don't want an answering service. I want Lee Baldwin. No, you can't give him a message. I have to talk to him. Listen, lady, you want me to call you every minute on the minute, or do you want to give me a number where I can reach him? I know he's not in his office. Great. Wonderful. Thank you. No, oh. Uh-huh. One. Thank you so much, you know. You've saved us both a lot of grief, and I...
Well, Dr. Weber has just finished opening the wine, so if you'd care to join us.
Oh, boy, if that rose tastes half as good as it smells, it's better.
Better. She makes the best.
All right, I guess I'll take it. Don't be a husband.
Hello?
Leslie, is Lee Baldwin there?
Luke, is that you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm sorry to bother you. I have to talk to Lee.
Oh, dear, we were just about to sit down to dinner.
I have to talk to Lee, Leslie.
Well, all right. Do you want him to call you back right after dinner? I can see him. He's just starting his soup.
Well, I'd hate for his soup to get cold, but it's very important. I need to talk to him right now.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Lee, could you take this? It's for you.
Thank you.
Don't keep him long. It's a terrific dinner, you hear me?
I'm sorry.
It's a very excited Luke.
Yeah, Luke, what can I do for you?
You can tell me where your son is.
What?
Where's Scotty?
He's out of town, Luke. I don't know exactly where.
Out of town?
Yeah, he said he had a client to see. Why, what's the problem?
Well, I'll tell you what the problem is, Lee. He's gone off his rocker again.
He's what?
He got into our bedroom on the boat, and he ripped one of my wife's nightgowns into shreds.
I don't believe that.
Well, you better believe it, because when I find him, I'm going to do the same thing to his face.
Luke, why would he do a thing like that?
You tell me.
He went into your bedroom, you say?
Yeah, sure. He even left a calling card.
I don't understand that.
There was a note wishing us well. Oh, by the way, he also left my liquor license.
Well, he said he was going to give that to Joe.
You know, Scott says a lot of things, Lee.
Look, Luke, there's got to be an explanation to this. It could be somebody else.
Nobody else would do a thing like that. To me and to Laura. It's him. And Lee, he is sick.
Look, I understand why you're upset, and as soon as Scotty gets back, we'll get to the bottom of this.
Okay. I hope so. And we better do it real quick, you know, because I've had all I can take of Scotty's messing around my life. And if you don't put an end to it, one way or another, Lee, I'm going to get your son out of my life permanently.
Where's Luke?
He's in Port Charles, I guess.
And who called the studio?
I did. I called the Star's office, and I told them I was your husband. I had to pretend to be your husband because that was the only way that you'd meet me. Actually, I didn't really have to pretend because technically I still am your husband.
No, you're not. Why are you starting this again?
Look, I'm not here to upset you.
Well, you've already succeeded in doing that.
Listen, I'm sorry, Laura. I want to talk to you, all right? And I could never do that in Port Charles.
There is absolutely nothing you can say that's going to be of any interest to me at all, whether we're here or whether we're in Port Charles.
Yes, would you just listen to me, please, okay?
Thank you.
Sir?
That's fine.
Enjoy your dinner.
Thank you. There are some things between you and me only.
There is nothing between you and me.
Look, I've done a lot of rotten things to you, Laura, and I am sorry.
Came all the way to New York to tell me that?
Yes. And there were some other things, too.
Look, Scotty, there is no need to go into this again. We've been through it so many times. Don't start it again.
No, I'm not trying to start anything. Don't you understand that? I'm trying to end it. The way it should have been ended in the first place. I'm not your enemy, Laura. And I don't want you to feel that way about me.
I don't want to feel any way about you.
I don't blame you. I just want you to forgive me for everything that's happened, all right?
I just want to forget.
Look, I don't want you to be mad at me. I don't want you to be angry. I don't want you to hate me. I just want you to understand and forgive me. I want you to forget and then forgive, you know?
Scotty, please.
Look, just try to understand, okay?
I understand that there is no point in having this conversation.
Laura, I came all the way here to New York to talk to you. Now, can you just give me a couple of minutes, okay? Just listen to me. Oh, what harm's that going to do?
Okay. I'll listen to you, but I really don't think it's necessary.
No, maybe not for you, but it is for me. I just want you to understand why I did the things that I did.
I think I do.
I'm not sure that you do. I was torn apart when you left me, you know? I ran off with Luke. It hurt me. It hurt me a real lot, you know? And even though I went to Mexico and I tried to pretend that I was going to be okay, I wasn't. I thought I could handle it, but I couldn't handle it. Closer and closer it got to your wedding day. I just couldn't control myself, so I broke into that courthouse in Mexico and I stole the divorce papers. It was just like an act of defiance. And I can't really explain why I did. I thought maybe I could stop you from getting married. Of course, I know that was impossible. Laura, I give you my word. I had no idea that Lee had burned up those divorce papers when they came to Port Charles.
Look, Scotty, it all happened. And there's nothing that we can say that's going to change that.
Just let me finish, okay?
I don't see any point in reliving it all.
I just want to make you see, understand what happened.
I know what happened. You tried to ruin things for Luke and me.
Laura, when I came back to Port Charles, I was crazy. I was depressed. I was out of my mind. I didn't mean to show up at your wedding and catch the bouquet like that. It just happened.
It sure didn't seem that way.
Well, it was. See, when I saw you as a bride, suddenly it was our wedding all over again, you know? And I did a terrible thing to you. And I'm sorry about that. Now, could you just please forgive me for that?
Does it mean that you'll stop interfering with my marriage?
I have no intention of ever interfering with your marriage anymore. And I want to prove that to you.
How?
I'm giving you this.
What is it?
It's a sworn statement saying that I will never, ever contest your Mexican divorce. I drew it up myself. I want you to have it.
Do you really mean it?
I want you to have all the assurance that you need.
I want to believe you. I really do.
You forgive me, then?
Look, let's just call the past, the past.
Okay. I just want you to be happy here in your future.
Yeah. Well, look, Scotty, you know, we all have to go on with our lives. And you do, too. And I want you to know that I wish you all the best.
Thank you. That means the world to me.
To tell you the truth, it actually makes me feel a lot better.
I'm glad. I'm glad.
You know, maybe it didn't work out for us. But even no matter what happened, happened, I never could believe that you were mean enough to do some of the things that they were accusing you of.
I'm glad you feel that way about me.
And I'm glad you came through it so well. But I knew you would.
Well, what do you say we, like, toast?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, come on. What's your hurry? Why don't you stay and have dinner with me? I mean, you don't have to work tonight.
No. As a matter of fact, I'm done working. I was going to go back to Port Charles tonight.
Tonight? You're flying back?
Yeah, on the 11 o'clock flight.
Well, that's just perfect. See, we can have dinner. I can go and help you with your bags, and then I can take you to the airport.
No, Scotty, there's really no...
No, it's okay, Laura, because I was going to take that 11 o'clock flight back, too. So this way we can fly back together.
I suppose it'd be all right. Sure. Why not? I'll just give Luke a call, and I'll let him know that I'm on my way home.
Scotty actually went into their bedroom.
Well, now, that's what Luke said.
Good heavens, was he sure?
He said Scotty left a note.
Lee, there's something else. I can see it in your face. What?
I'm afraid so, yes.
What happened?
What?
Well, according to Luke now, Scotty found one of Laura's night dresses and he slid it to shreds.
That's a terrible thing to do.
Lee, there has to be something you can do about that.
Look, I can't follow Scotty around all day long. Besides, there's got to be some explanation. There's probably a mistake here.
Just exactly what kind of mistake would there be?
Rick, it is not my fault.
Don't you have any influence on your son at all?
Well, speaking of influence, why don't you exercise yours and get your daughter to go to Reno for that divorce?
Lee, darling.
Look, you might recall I was
right.
against my son marrying your daughter in the first place.
Darling, there's no sense in just
So was I.
dragging up the past.
Look, before anybody starts blaming anybody, maybe we should. It was Laura who was in such a rush to get married, you remember. Scotty wanted to pass his bar exams, but oh no, he went along with Laura's feelings. And when those feelings changed, look out. I mean, she dropped him like a hot rock, regardless of his feelings or anybody else's.
Lee, she didn't set out to hurt him. Now, you know that.
Well, maybe not, Leslie, but running away with another man, that was a pretty hurtful thing to do, you know?
Well, it wasn't a very mature act on Scotty's part to tear up a nightgown, either.
Well, what about Laura's handling of the present situation? You call that mature behavior? I mean, instead of going to Reno, getting the divorce, which she knows would solve this whole situation, instead she's running around New York being Miss Star Eyes. Well, I'm sorry. That is the way I feel.
Leslie, I just don't think we can stay now.
It's okay, Gail.
Let's go.
I'll get your coats.
Well, where are they going?
Baldwin's have to leave.
What about the roast?
We're going to have to freeze it. No, don't freeze it. Call Luke. Maybe he needs dinner.
What happened?
Did you find Scotty?
What did he say?
He didn't say anything, so I couldn't find him.
You mean he's not at the Croydon?
No, he's out of town.
Out of town?
Yeah. Found his old man. He told me Scott's out of town with a client.
I'm sorry, Luke.
It's okay, thanks.
Well, listen, what are you going to do?
I'm just going to sit here and wait. Rack my brains until I come up with a way to get him. Go ahead. Do what you're going to do.
Well, actually, I was going to teach Robert here the old Irish jig.
Yeah, I can live without it.
Well, the Daughters of Ireland are having a dance tonight, and thought it was appropriate.
Well, not if I have to learn how to jig a jog or whatever it is.
Oh, come on, Robert. You love a challenge.
Why not join us?
Yeah, we'd love to have you.
Yeah.
Thanks. No, the only place I'd like to dance right now is on Scott Baldwin's grave.
Go powder your nose, darling. This man wants to be alone.
I'll only be a minute.
Okay.
I'm not leaving the boat tonight, Robert. I don't trust your friend. In fact, I think it would be a good idea if you told him we were all leaving.
Look, he's okay, I tell you.
I don't trust him, and I think you should tell him we're all going to be gone. Let's see what happens.
Waste of time, but...
Nothing ventured, nothing
All
gained.
right.
I tell you what, let me keep an eye on him, and if I'm wrong, I'll buy you a beer.
Okay, if it'll make you happy, I'll tell him on the way out.
Good, I'll sit here and wait.
Oh, hey, Laura phoned. Sorry.
Oh, what'd she say?
She's coming back in the 11 o'clock flight.
Great. Good.
With lots of news.
Oh, what shall I call her back?
No. She wants to save it up for tell you in person.
To be God, if it isn't the light of my life.
Well, listen, we're going to get your feet sore doing the jig, you know.
Well, listen, let's walk out of here to start with, huh?
Okay. Good night, Luke.
Good night.
I hope everything works out okay.
It'll be fine. Have a good time.
Okay.
Now, listen, take it easy, will you? I don't want Laura coming back to a wreck.
Oh, it's a little late for that, wouldn't you say? See ya.
Good night.
Sure, I can't drive you home.
Oh, I'm positive. Thank you.
I'd feel a lot better if you let him take you home.
Will you stop? I mean, the bus I catch at 9:30 just stops practically at my door. Besides, I need the exercise. I ate too much.
Well, thank you for an absolutely wonderful dinner.
Turned out exactly the way we thought it was going to be doing.
Well, I enjoyed having a nice visit with you two. Roast or no roast.
All right. Thank you again.
You're welcome. So, good night now.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Well, I missed a good dinner.
Just don't understand, Leslie. I really don't. I just...
Well, you can't blame Lee. Scotty is his son.
Yeah, but he is blind. I mean, absolutely blind when it comes to anything to do with Scotty. He just can't see things objectively at all. Of course, Leslie, to think that Scotty could have gone into that bedroom and torn her nightgown up, what could he do next?
Well, you don't think that it's the start of a campaign or something, do you? That he's going to go on just harassing them forever?
I would hate to think that, Leslie, but in truth, I don't know what to think.
Well, I know one thing. We better not count on Gail and Lee helping with the sports center. Not after tonight.
Well, I don't know. They might rise above a family squabble. It is the community good we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, you may be right.
Of course, whether they do or whether they don't doesn't help the real problem, which is helping Luke and Laura.
No, Laura is the only one that can help with that.
Leslie, if she doesn't go to Reno and get that divorce, Scotty can always be there threatening to... I just don't know.
Well, maybe we just shouldn't let that happen.
She's got to go, and she's got to get a divorce. She has got to stop this thing with Scotty.
Well, I'm glad we were able to make the 9 o'clock flight with all that fog.
Yeah, well, I didn't like circling around up there. I got kind of scared, you know.
I told Luke that I'd be in on the 11 o'clock flight, so I'll be able to surprise him. Should be fun.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't take long to get the luggage.
I'll help you. Come on.
Thanks.